they're wrong. They're orthodox. They're on the issues. Yes, coming to you live from the basement of the Church of God at Home. It's Jeff and Scott's Excellent Talk Show. Doctrine on, Jeff. Doctrine on, Scott.
Jeff and Scott, party time. Doctrine on, excellent.
Hi there, all you ecclesiastically oriented, socially profound party animals. We welcome you here this evening. Welcome you here this evening, and just hope that you will join us in a moment where we can begin to question all of those things that we discussed, those things that face our nation, those things that face our church and our society as a whole. And once we begin to question those things, to come up with some answers that really create a more positive dialogue, a more helpful dialogue. Something and then, once we begin to answer those questions, to begin to question our answers to those questions.
On tonight's show, we'll have several tidbits of theological delight from you. In fact, tonight's show will change your life.
Well, Scott, don't you think we're jumping the gun just a bit?
One can never jump the theological gun too soon. I reached theological maturity when I was 12.
Well then, I suppose we should just go on to the first section of our show, the theological, liturgical accoutrement section.
Oh, goody! Liturgical paraphernalia is my favorite section of the show.
We know that, Scott. That's why this stupid section is on this show.
Enough of this endless delay. Where is it? What is it? Show it to me.
That I shall. We have this evening, hailing from the obscure province of Thuringia, none other than the stole of Edmund the Cenobite.
So, did you say Edmund the Cenobite? The Edmund the Cenobite? Did you know that I wrote my third master's thesis on Edmund the Cenobite's view of infant baptism, excommunication, the Eucharist, and bingo?
Well then, without further ado, we will welcome the presenter of St. Edmund's Stole, coming here all the way from the obscure province of Thuringia, the sextant of the St. Edmund's Church. Ms. Brunhilde Lautenweiler.
To take the stole off. It was a sign and a seal of his identity as a bishop. In grave moments of existential doubt, touching, feeling, even smelling the stole would have caused St. Edmund to say, "This is who I am." Hilda, do continue.
Well, the bishop was known to have used this stole as a napkin, a handkerchief, and a scarf.
Thuringia, big and tall?
This stole fits you so well, why it almost looks natural.
I knew it. I knew it. I was born to pontificate. This is almost too natural. I am a bishop. I will be a bishop. When I wear this stole, I know I'm alive. There's no stopping me now. Today, Redeemer. Tomorrow, Canterbury.
Wait. Calm down, Scott. Do you really think that you should be behaving like this? Is this the kind of lifestyle you should be espousing? Come on, Scott. I think you need to begin to ask yourself this question. Is this the kind of behavior that I want to exhibit? And having asked yourself that question, can you really continue?
Yes! I'm not taking off the stole, Jeff.
Scott, give me the stole.
Over my dead body.
That can be arranged. Give me the stole. Well, Fräulein Blattermeyer, Bruno, thank you so much for joining us, and have a safe trip home.
Well, who's our next guest?
Well, if you'll promise to behave yourself. This guy is a biggie. In fact, he's so big, we had to use the Jeff and Scott historical time machine to go back into time, get him, and bring him up to now.
Well, a historical guest? Who is it? General Lee? Attila the Hun? Alexander the Great? Buckwheat?
Buckwheat? Not! This guy is none other than one of the movers, the shakers, the big guys of the Reformation. Yes, that's right, Mr. Doctrine Man himself, John Calvin.
What's he saying?
He's actually just telling me about the time he and Martin Luther were playing quarters.
Ask him some deep questions.
Dormez-vous? Oh, sondez les matins.
But what the home fellowship groups?
Oh, ja.
Wait,
Oh, that nuts.
wait, comme les dangereuses liaisons.
Oh, oui. Non, allez, ouais.
But Mr. Calvin here has got to go back in time. He's going to be presiding over a heresy trial this afternoon.
Wait!
Walk. Oh. All right, take care.
What is it?
Well, it's a copy of Calvin's Institutes, of course.
Well, what does it say?
Well, roughly translated, it says, "Party on, Dr. Meisters."
Jeff and Scott, party time! Doctrine on! Excellent! Woo!
Nothing like short-term missions.
But you know, they sure can be tough sometimes.
Yep. And Acapulco can be pretty unpredictable, too.
Yeah. I got that one, John. John, got any of those tracts with the 4 spiritual laws in them? It's like I forgot mine. Thanks.
You got enough tape, Jenny?
Yeah. Here you go.
Hey, here you go, buddy. Like I said, nothing like short-term missions, eh?
Nothing like it. Like you said, they can be tough.
The Dead Sea Scroll fragments has resulted in intense cooperation between the distinguished professors from all over the world who have devoted their lives to piecing together the lost fragments. In this great moment in history, finally the finest scholars can unite their efforts in the recovery of ancient knowledge. This is their story.
What a privilege to be studying these texts together. Finally, secrets lost for ages uncovered. Deep theological mysteries solved. Wrong interpretations righted.
Right. Why, I have here a fragment that confirms the real reading of 1 John 5:8.
Yeah, and this one contains the chemical composition of manna.
Wait! I have it right here. This Dead Sea Scroll gives the final location of the Holy Ark of the Covenant. It says the Holy Ark can be found in the northernmost part of...
Never mind that, old man. There are important finds here. Why, this text says that Isaiah had a dog and his name was Rover.
Incredible! The wealth of deep theological meaning in these texts is overwhelming. I can hardly contain myself.
Now this is interesting. I have the relief of someone's profile, and the inscription under it says, Aaron!
Oh, that's nothing. I have 2 Aarons and 1 Rebecca.
A Rebecca? Say, would you trade your Rebecca for an Aaron?
Don't be ridiculous. What would I want with 3 Aarons?
Oh, but it's a good one. See, it has a watermark.
Oh, Peter,
you 23 errands for it.
I'll trade you my Bathsheba calendar for it.
Wait! I have it! I have it! I have just pieced together 73 fragments of the Dead Sea Scrolls, and in perfect cuneiform, it says right here, the meaning of life is... That's all. That's all it says.
Never mind that, old man. Why, there are neat things found in here. Why, look at this fragment. It says, it gives us the origin of the Jebusite wine baptism.
Incredible! The wealth of deep theological meaning in these texts is overwhelming. I can hardly contain myself.
Does anybody have a little piece of a Dead Sea Scroll fragment that looks like a hippopotamus with a little black spot where the nose should be?
Wait, I have two like that. Is easy?
No. There needs to be a little blue sky in the corner. Yes! We have it! We found the meaning of life! We found...
Wait, just one minuet. What have you got to trade for it?
What don't you know what this means?
Come now, fair is fair. What have you got?
Well, I do happen to have the directions to the Garden of Eden.
Oh, come now, you old bag. These should be worth something really valuable. Say, have you got a Rebecca?
No, but I do have an inventory of what Noah took on the ark.
Incredible! The wealth of deep theological meaning in these texts is overwhelming. I can hardly contain myself. This is the mother of all dogs.
This here is... this gives directions of where to find the Holy Grail.
Oh. Right here. Fraud. Wait a minute here. These scrolls are from the 1st century. This does not give the present location of the Holy Grail.
Yeah.
It was prophecy!
I have a Zagora. I've lived
Wait a minute.
on it.
Wait a minute. We are scholars. What are we doing? We're supposed to be cooperating for the advancement of knowledge, not squabbling one with another to see whose fragment is worth more.
Well, that's easy for you to say. You already have a Rebecca. Give me that.
Stop, don't move, or I put it on Maxie. Your fragment will be blown to Nineveh.
Oh, that was the meaning of life!
Oh well, we'll just have to tell the press they need to wait another 20 years.
Right.
Good evening, everyone. I came out to introduce the mixed act because it's a little different than what you've seen so far, believe it or not. I know that we advertised tonight as comedy night, but after some deliberation, we decided to include something a little more on the serious side. Does that mean that comedy is over for tonight? Of course not. I assure you we'll be doing our very best to get you laughing. But first, I want to introduce a dear friend of mine who is very special to me. He recently shared with me some very deep feelings and emotions, and his vulnerability simply touched my heart. Because of his openness with me, I encouraged him to share the same with you. Let me now present to you my friend, Mark Holton.
sometimes comes over, but mostly he just stays at home. They say he'll never learn to read or write, and if his being fat wasn't bad enough, his legs are unusually short. The first thing everybody does when they see Luke is laugh. I know, I've seen it from my window. And I know better because I laugh too. Each night before I go to bed, I open the front door of my one-room apartment to let in some fresh air. Well, it must have looked like an open invitation to Luke that morning because when I woke up in a bad mood, he was wandering around my apartment. My voice wasn't pleasant when I told him, "Get out of here." He just looked at me and then went back to his inspection of a brass lion that I had by the front door that has a New Orleans Saints cap on it. So this time I yelled it, "Get out of here!" Luke didn't even look up. Enraged by anger, I got out of bed and I threw him out. Literally. I picked Luke up and I threw him out the front door. He lost his footing on the deck and fell, but I didn't ask if he'd been hurt, just slammed the door. He had been hurt. I could see it in his eyes. I wish I hadn't, but I saw Luke's eyes as the door slammed shut. That's why I've been so miserable the past few days. That's why I need to apologize. I'm hoping it will ease my conscience and let me get some sleep. Lately, every time I close my eyes, I see his. Luke is my neighbor's wiener dog. Did I mention that?